Hi guys, in this video we'll talk about how to use functions as values and how to use function expressions in JavaScript. I've opened up my JS Builder window and I'll show you two different examples today. So let's start writing some code in the JavaScript tab. So you know how to define a function in JavaScript, right? So you have to write function and then you have the name of the function. Then in these two round brackets you put the parameters that you'll pass in this function, and these two curly braces are for defining what the function is going to do exactly, right? So now what this function will do is, let's say you pass two values a and b, it's going to print out here the multiplication of a and b. That's what it's going to print out here. So you know how to call this function, right? So if you say my function and then you put these two round brackets in front of it, it'll run this function, but it'll say nan because we're not passing the values a and b. So let's pass 4 and 3, and now everything works perfectly, right? So this is what a regular function looks like. But let's say this returned a multiplied by b, and you had this my function 4 3, right? But you took the value of whatever this function returned, which is a multiplied by b, into x, and then you said document dot write x, and now again you'll get 12. What's happening here is that my function is being called, you're passing 4 and 3 in that, and then this whole value, whatever value is being returned, is being captured into x. Now x will always have this value, and then when you print it out, you have the value 12, right? Now this is called as using functions as values for a variable, right? So this is very commonly used, and you'll see a lot of applications about this as we move forward into our course. So this is a very important topic, by the way, so you just need to keep this in mind, how people can use how you can use functions as values. Now let's see how you can use function expressions in JavaScript. Okay, so let's say var x is equal to function, and now I won't define the name of the function because let's say this is an anonymous function. I'll put these two parameters here, and I'll put these two curly braces, and I'll start defining this function a multiplied by b, which basically the past function was doing as well, right? Now we'll say var z is equal to x 4 comma 3. So let's see the output first, and then I'll explain to you what's happening here. Now you'll see again 12, right? Let's pass some other values. Let's pass 5 and 3. You'll see 15 here. What's happening here is basically you're taking a function and you're saying that x now is this complete function. This is why you didn't put a name here for this function, right? So an anonymous function, but not really, right? Because x is now this entire function. So whenever you want to call this function, you can just say x and 5 comma 3. So this is another syntax, and people use it very, very commonly. So whenever you'll read or you'll come across code on GitHub for JavaScript, you'll see this very commonly. So that's why I just wanted to point out these two different examples, like using functions as values and using function expressions, because you'll see this very commonly. And as we also move across or move ahead in this course, we'll be using this quite a bit. So just wanted to share that with you in this video, and thanks a lot for watching. If you're liking these videos, then do subscribe, and thank you.